I went to jail. I was in jail for 7 months. If Glenn didn't come on the scene when he did and get me the unit, because that was my first house, I probably would have been still homeless, running amok, back in jail.
After 150 years of supporting new beginnings for people in the criminal justice system and their families, ARC will be Vacro's most ambitious program yet. ARC will provide 440 people leaving prison with up to 2 years housing and 2 years of our highly specialised reintegration case management. More broadly, ARC is a blueprint for a better reintegration system. Decades of research and our own practice knowledge show that this is the level of support that people need to create new lives of meaning for themselves and their families, free from the criminal justice system.
Rebuilding your life after contact with the justice system is really tough. Victorians leaving prison are at a very high risk of homelessness. That makes it even harder for them to build a stable, healthy life and to find a job. That's why we're so proud to support a new program that reduces homelessness and reoffending and gives people a better shot at restarting their life. The ARC Partnership Addressing Disadvantage aims to break the cycle, giving housing support and the chance of a new life to people who are starting over. This means fresh hope for people exiting the justice system and better outcomes for their children and their families.
People without a home aren't particularly focused on the long term. They're trying to survive night by night, week by week. And that makes it it's almost like they're treading water. So pre-release, when I go to meet them, they may have all these ambitions of what they want to achieve in life, but it comes from a place of stability. They're in the prison setting, they've got a roof over their head, might not be the best environment, but they do have that level of continuity in services. Suddenly they're out and they're left to fend for themselves. They're offered a swag or a sleeping bag. It's very difficult to start to rebuild. And I find in my experience, when people are experiencing that, quite often they'll disengage. When someone has a house, they can actually start reflecting on, okay, what do I want to do now? I've got that security. I've got that safe place. Now I can start building forward. And people tend to then have a new narrative of themselves. They're no longer saying, oh Glenn, I'm just a crim, always in and out of jail. Suddenly they're turning around, hey Glenn, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son, or I'm a worker, I'm a student.
Haven Home Safe are proud to partner with Vacro to successfully deliver the ARC program. We know that ending homelessness requires a greater impact that can only be realised through impactful partnerships. Together we're doing what we can to help people exiting prison create a new life for themselves, of which stable housing is the key foundation.
The ARC program can say, here's a place for a couple of years, here's a case manager, we're going to help you link into the community, build yourself up. The fact that people will have that house from their day of release means we can get to work from day of release. In fact, we can get to work before their day of release. And that's the difference that ARC will make. You can just say, hey, here's a place for a couple of years, let's get to work, let's make it happen. You put someone like me with the participants who's had that, given this opportunity for stable housing, by hook or by crook, we're going to make it work and they're going to transform their lives.
When people leave prison, they can face an uphill battle to get their lives back on track. We know that safe and stable accommodation is critical to breaking the cycle of offending. That's why the Victorian Government is excited to partner with Vacro to deliver the ARC program, providing stable housing for up to 2 years after release. This gives people a great opportunity to turn their lives around.
So really a key part of this partnership is the social impact bond that will provide funding to the ARC program. And that creates an opportunity for investors to generate a competitive financial return while making an impact in several important ways. ARC will change the lives of people leaving prison at risk of homelessness, and it will also contribute to impact at scale, generating insight and evidence that can guide policymakers around the country for years to come.
If I didn't have the home, I'd probably be back in jail. I used to call jail my home. I've got a 10-month-old baby, I've got a partner, I've still got my support out there. I've got a house now that I call home. I've got my licence because of my partner. I've got a job, so I'm enjoying life. It's really good to have it.